grateful that we actually have 3 days that we're going to be spending together. And if you guys know anything about my master classes, about my webinars, first of all, let me know if this is your second date with me, your third date, your fourth, your fifth date. If you know, you know. I want to see who is the OG that are here. Hi guys, oh, I miss you guys. I love that there's men are like, is there any men here or is it just girls? No, we have men and women, so don't worry. We have a lot of people that are going to be joining. I know a lot of people are going to be watching the recording as well, but if you are going to be on the live and you're going to watch the live till the end, we have bonuses for you guys, exclusive for the people that are going to stay until the end. And we also have some surprises. And we also have a live Q&A, so I get to answer your questions. My team was like, if you don't stay for 30 to 40 minutes and answer their questions, I'm like, oh, okay. So let me see. We have a third date, first date. Let's see. First date. Oh, we have a lot of first dates. Okay, I don't know if you guys go on a lot of dates. If you're single, if you're married, please don't go on any dates. Go on dates with your husband or wife. But if you don't go on a lot of dates, when I go on dates, I love to introduce myself. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys my absolute best because I feel like I just miss you guys so much. And if this is not your first date, you know I have like separation anxiety. Every single time I cry at the end of the calls because I just will miss you guys. Like this energy that is in the chat, I am gonna miss it. Right? My home is so quiet and I love this excitement. So for everyone that this is their first, and I have my phone by the way, so I'm checking the comments. But if this is your first date, I want to say my name is Afnan Khalifa, and if you've seen me on any platform, today you're going to get to know really me. You're going to get to know a lot of the behind the scenes. We're going to set the foundation straight and right today. And then tomorrow and the day after, we have so much to like teach you guys. Like I have literally so much. And if you know anything about my calls, guys, I don't gatekeep. I don't like gatekeeping. I just love giving so much value out for free. And if you can go ahead, make how much money you can make from the information, I will be the biggest cheerleader for you. I'll be supporting you. I'll be watching you, hoping that you can create every single dream that you have out there. Because if you're anything delusional like me, you know that we can achieve anything that we want. It's always a matter of information. Every single time I have learned something, it was literally the thing that have made me a lot of money. It's always just missing information. Once you get that, I just feel as a woman, and first of all, shout out to all the women that are on the call because I respect you. I respect that you want a bigger life. You want bigger goals. You are delusional. You think that you can achieve anything that you want. And, you know, in a world that we have so much to carry from children, from being, you know, an amazing partner to our partners, from taking care of ourselves. But also, we are in a generation that we want to start businesses. We want to make money. But we want, you know, the nice businesses that are going to fuel us. And this is one thing that I live by. I want to live a life full of purpose, full of value. I want to be remembered that, oh my God, I literally learned so much from this woman that's called Afnan Khalifa. So I'm so excited. We have 3 days together. Without any further ado, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. So today I'm going to be really breaking down a lot of things that people don't share in the industry. Now you would be like, well, Afnan, why don't they share it in the industry? A lot of the big creators that are making the big money, I'm not talking about no little money. I'm talking about $100,000 a month, 200, 300, $1 million a month. These are my friends. These are people that I have done businesses with. These are people that I talk to all the time. And every single person, no matter what they sell, they use this launching strategy. So we have made it refined. We've perfected it. I never teach you guys anything that I have not tested and got the craziest results out there. And then I'm sharing my experience with you guys to really help you guys and share the information and see if I can serve you in any way, shape, or form. So without any further ado, Are we ready? Thank you guys. I just, I don't want to look at the I don't want to look at the messages too much because I literally will start crying. I got the sweetest messages when I got my new Instagram. If you guys have not followed my new Instagram, it's Afnan Khalifa official until we get our Instagram back. But losing my Instagram really proved to me so much that we have built a system that makes us money whether we have an Instagram or not. And not a lot of people can say that. And this is exactly what we're going to be teaching you guys today. So we're going to be talking about how to make $1 million launching digital products and become that person in your field, in your industry, in your niche. We're going to give you a step-by-step plan. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's going to be like a really heavy 3 days. We're not talking about no cute little motivation mindset. Today, we're going to shift your perspective. We're going to open your mind. Tomorrow and the day after, we're going to go in so many details about numbers, step by step, things that you have to apply, things that you have to implement that will literally blow your mind. So I want you guys to sit down. If you're not sat down, I want you to get a pen and paper. Take the notes that you're going to have to take, because I don't know if you guys know, but I've known because I have took the most programs, attended the most mastermind. I am literally a sponge when it comes to information. So if you look at me and you're like, wow, you're so smart. No, I'm not so smart. I just invest in myself so much. And this is the result of a woman that invests in herself. She is confident. She knows what she's talking about. She has value. Anything that comes out of my mouth. Matter of fact, anytime I by mistake become friends with anyone, their life just levels up financially, brand wise, system wise, and that is not by accident. That is because I am a woman of value, and I want every single woman out here to be a woman of value. But how do you become that? Not because you're so pretty. There's a billion women that are so pretty, but because you have a brain that you use and you make a lot of money from it while living the absolute best life. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I work extremely hard. I'm not like, oh no, soft, things come to me. No, I work extremely hard. I put in the work. But all these years working got me to where I am today. To buy my Rolls Royce Mansour Cullinan with my custom Himalayan crocodile leather inside with my signature on the outside. Just some crazy things that I do. But I am that girl. I am crazy. And if you're crazy like me, I just want you to know that you're not too much. That you are destined for a lot of big things in this life. Own it. If you don't fit in, good. If you're too much, good. If you're loud, good. If you have a lot of crazy ambitions, good. Because there's so many people out there in this world that are lazy, that have given up on this life, that have given up to achieve a purposeful life where they progress and achieve so much every single day. And I'm yelling. It's a little bit of Red Bull, but it's a little bit of I miss you guys so much. And it's a lot of I want more women in 2026 and men. But I'm speaking to the women for a second. I want more women to be running $1 million businesses, whether they're in front of the camera or behind the camera. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay? So lock in with me because I'm going to give you guys my all. Can I come stay with you? I mean, I have a spare room. You guys can come. So before we begin, let's do a quick tech. Guys, why am I cheesing so hard? This is on a date, I'm usually not this smiley and giddy and happy, but you guys are so special. So before we start, I want to do a quick tech check. Of course, if you can see me, let me know that you can see me. If you can hear me well, let me know as well. Okay. Let's go. Okay, I love this. Making money has never been an issue. Amen. That's the energy I like. Okay, so some organization details as well, guys. We're going to be here on this call. I'm going to try to keep it short because we have a couple other days. But y'all know me. I just love talking to you guys. So if I start just giving you a lot of stories, be like, Afnan, please get to the point because we have 2 other days. But of course, keep it respectful in the chat, guys. No negativity. Anyone puts any negativity or spamming or anything, they're gonna be kicked out, and I don't want you guys to be kicked out. And at the end, I'm gonna be answering questions for a very long time, so stay tuned, okay? So today we're gonna be talking about the launch code system, the system behind my growth, right? How I went from literally just a waitress in Canada, Toronto, where I was literally working at a Brazilian steakhouse, a regular girl with so much ambition, with so much energy, to now a woman that has made in just the past like 5 months more than $3 million from just digital products alone, not the other businesses. And I have grown my Instagram that has been taken down because the matrix is attacking me, to 1.8 million followers in less than 7 months. I remember 2025, we started January, we had 150,000, 75,000 followers. We ended by December 1st with almost 9 million followers. And then other platforms as well. You guys know we're growing and we're scaling. But of course, let me guess, you're here again because you have a dream, because you are that woman that wants more out of your life, out of the life. You want really everything. Like me personally, I don't want to leave nothing on the table. I want to be wealthy. I want to have value. I want to be smart. I want to be in rooms doing businesses. I want to be loved properly. I want amazing friends. I want to travel the world. I want to have amazing kids running, mommy, mommy, mommy. I want my kids to be, mommy is so smart. Mommy is such a rich mom. My mom gives me everything. Like, that's what I want, right? I don't have any kids, but soon, once we find a man. But if you are that person, you know deep down inside you that you are just meant for more. You don't like fitting in. You don't like just being like everyone else, right? And now maybe you are working that 9 to 5 that probably drains your soul, because when I tried working a 9 to 5, I remember I used to be a waitress. And then I'm like, my parents keep asking me like, Afnan, just get a respectable job, a 9 to 5, like in an office, so we can tell our friends and brag about you. I'm like, anyway, never really cared about, people's opinion, but, I love my parents. So yeah, let me try this. I tried it for 3 months and it was the hardest thing on earth. So if you work a 9 to 5, my hat literally goes off to you. I think that's the saying, because it is one of the hardest things to do, and society made it so normal. It is so hard. You are a champion for working a 9 to 5 that underpays you, overworks you. I mean, if you like it, I love that. But a lot of people are working jobs that they don't like. They have bigger visions and goals for their life. It is hard. And I know not a lot of people gives you your flowers. I'm going to give you your flowers. You're a champion. You're a superstar for literally working 5 days a week, 12-hour shifts, even when you don't feel like it. And if you can do that, I believe you can do a lot of things in this life. Because that takes resilience, that takes discipline, that takes you just like going through it and just doing it regardless, right? So maybe you have a 9 to 5 that, drains your soul. Or maybe you're already an entrepreneur. Maybe you're a creator, you have services, you're a fitness influencer, you do makeup, whatever service you provide. You are probably exhausted, because I have been there. You're tired, right? You feel like you're just on this endless roller coaster and you're like, God, please, I just want to feel free. I want to feel like I have purpose, like I have value, right? And even though you see other people, you see the girls on social media, they're crushing it. They're traveling the world. They're buying whatever they want. And it's like in your head, you're like, I just want that freedom. I want that life. But I don't ever want to hear anyone from this call, from this chat, saying that could never be me. I'm not that special enough. I'm not loud enough. I'm not talented enough. I cannot make it to that level. Because as soon as you say that, that will become your reality. So let me know in the chat that, no, that will be me. That will be that. I will be that girl. I will be that guy that achieves anything that I want. There's no limits. I don't want us to ever feel like I'm not special enough. You are special. Look at yourself. Do you see how different you are? Look at how many amazing qualities you have. how talented you are. Of course you're special. There's literally, God created one of you in this life, just one. No one is like you. And that's exactly why you are special. If you're like every single other person, then I'll be like, yeah, you're not special. But you are. So you keep doing what you know, right? You keep watching other people. And I've been there. I'm just like, I'm tired of watching other people live their life. I want to live my life too. I'm not envy or jealous, but I desire it so much. So I've always had this like thing in my stomach, like, you know, this, it's like a knot in your stomach that you're just like, I know I'm meant for more, but I don't know how. Like, just please someone help me. Like, this is how I felt. Like, please, just someone take my hand. I will do whatever you tell me. Just please help me make money and be free. And that's exactly what a lot of programs that I have invested in did, right? But here's what I've learned after making millions of dollars online. The only difference between where you are and where you actually want to be is literally one thing. And every single year, this is the biggest lesson that I keep being like slapped by, is you don't have a system. The difference between you and another woman, another man that is making millions of dollars, that is making the big money, the life that you want, is literally they have a system that works for them, right? A system that truly works in their favor, so they don't have to guess it every single time. Because once you have a system that works for others, why wouldn't it work for you? So here's my promise, okay? My promise is I'm gonna give you the system you don't have yet, right? A system that is scalable, because that's what we want. We want to make money and then grow our income step by step, right? If you're making right now $5,000, you want to get to 10,000. It's going to be step by step. You can't get to $1 million right away. There are steps in this life. But as long as you know that you're going to get to the next step. And this is what I'm going to give you. A predictable, scalable way to turn what you actually know today into an income that you can count on month by month, year after year, that scales, that grows, no matter what you do. Does that make sense? Let me know if I'm making sense or if I'm just excited. Too excited. Let me know. Okay, I'm that girl. I love that. I love that. Guys, this energy in the chat is just, I'm excited for you guys, okay? So what I'm about to teach you, of course, number one, I want to make it very, very clear that it does not depend where you are starting. You could literally be starting from like zero, like no experience. So if you have an audience, sure. If you don't, sure, it also works. If you want to be in front of the camera, it works. If you don't want to be in front of the camera, you want to be behind the scenes, it also works. So it works for any really stage in business. But just this business model, this idea that we're going to be talking about, which is launches, I feel like the more I use it, the more I make money from it, the more I'm just like, I understand why no one is sharing this. Why no one is talking about it. Like, it's this big, big secret, because it is a big secret, because literally every single billion-dollar company, every single multi-millionaire uses this launch system. Of course, they don't want to share it. Of course, they don't want the world to know the psychology behind things. But of course, I'm your big sister, so I'm going to give you guys everything because I love you guys. So it is a high profit, low risk model. And I've spent, of course, a lot of money testing, seeing what actually works. And over the next 3 days, I'm going to give you really everything that we have learned, that we have tried, and it worked very, very crazy. We're going to actually, on day 3, give you a lot of numbers. So you're going to see numbers that we've made from the launches, like everything, registration, money, like literally we're just opening our books so you guys can see. That's how much transparency we're going to give you. So our roadmap for the next 3 days, okay? So we're on day 1, as you guys can tell. Today, I'm going to give us just the method. I'm going to shift your perspective. I'm going to open your mind. I'm going to set the foundation right. And then tomorrow, we're going to get into some real details. And then day 3, we're going to have so many testimonials, people that have literally started with like eating noodles on the floor and couldn't even afford anything to now making a lot of money, right? We're gonna have these people come on the calls and talk to you guys as well, because I want to show you guys, not just me, because maybe you're like, well, Afnan, you're just so confident. Afnan, you're so special. No. I'm gonna show you a bunch of people that have worked in front of the camera and behind the camera, And with this launch strategy, they have made tons of money. Okay, so we're gonna walk through the most profitable money making model right now for creators that want to monetize their audience, for behind the scenes, and they also want to, like, if you want to be in front of the camera or behind the camera, if you don't want to show your face or you want to show your face, this foundation is everything that you build on after. Day 2, what we're going to be talking about is the step-by-step launch breakdown. So we're going to go over literally step by step. It's going to be like a lot of information that you've never heard. Step by step, we're going to be breaking down. I honestly don't know why, like, I mean, I do know why no one is sharing this information, but I'm just so excited to be the first to give you guys all this information. We're going to also cover the 3 launching phases. From having an idea to the first sales, we're going to take you step by step, plus how to get your first 5,000 followers if you are starting from zero. I'm going to be breaking down digital product launches step by step, what to sell, how to sell it, and then how to scale it, right? Whether it's you're in front of the camera or behind the scenes, right? So you won't just watch this. We're gonna actually try to build your launch plan together with me. So I want you guys to leave with not just, oh my God, I got so much information. No, you have a launch strategy. You almost know what you're about to launch for yourself or for others, step by step. And then day 3, we're gonna do full behind the scenes process. Day 3 is very juicy. I cannot wait for day 3. Day 3 is something I've never seen anyone do in this industry. I'm going to be opening up one of my $1 million launches completely and breaking it down for you guys. So you're going to actually see what worked and what didn't. So you guys can learn from your big sister, because that's all I really want from you guys. So what we changed, what certain decisions we've made in like literally real time. This level of transparency, just like I told you guys, I am not going to be gatekeeping anything. I am not going to like sugarcoat things. I'm not going to even overpromise things. I'm going to give you a lot of realistic numbers, to be honest, just so you guys have realistic expectations. But just know, in this industries, I literally have friends that are making, I mean, not just friends, we are, millions of dollars per launch, per like in a day, in a week, right? So it is a huge industry that you can be making a lot of money. And pray I don't get sick, because every single launch I just get somehow sick. So I know you guys love me, so you'll take me sick or not sick. But I want you to understand something important about what I'm doing here, right? The strategy that I'm gonna give you over the next couple days is not like a trend or a hype that, oh my God, we're gonna implement and it's gonna like fade away after. No, it is not something that have been like done yesterday and then it's gonna become popular. No, these are exactly the same strategies that big equity firms, that talent agencies, that Hollywood level management, big companies, billion-dollar companies use exactly to influence you, to buy, to watch, to spend money. So why are we giving $1 billion companies our money and not actually learning it and using it to our advantage? So what is different is just the environment. Instead of applying it to a physical product, to a movie, to a celebrity, no, we're gonna be applying it to you, because it's all the same foundation, it's all the same strategy. So my team and I took those strategies and we literally like input it into today's creator economy. Now, why do I talk a lot about the creator economy? It is because it is the easiest gateway for a lot of you guys to make a lot of money. For a lot of you guys to make money that you've never made before. It is very hard to have your own physical product, physical company, physical store out there. But being in the creator world on social media is probably the easiest way that will get you from where you are today to the next level in a way shorter time with the lowest risk possible, versus like you opening a whole store with like rent, bills, and all of that. And this is why I preach about the creator economy, right? So of course we took these strategies, we tested them, we made money from them, we made them better and better, and we fixed them. and we mastered it so we can give it to you guys while it's perfect. So we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and years testing it. We learned from the best in the industry, and I'm literally gonna like hand you all that information on a silver platter. So I'm gonna just ask you one thing. Okay, one thing, which is for the next few hours, I want you to not like half listen, because it may actually confuse you. I want you to really be in tune with the information, because this is, I promise you, if you take this information and you apply it to any business this year in 2026, I promise you, by December 2026, you're gonna come back and you're gonna be like, Afnan, you have literally like 3x, 10x my income this year just from this call. So I really want us to pay attention and not take things lightly, and not think, oh my God, it's just a call. No, it's some serious things, right? I know it's for free and we could charge for this call, but I didn't want to charge for this call. I want more people on this call, but I don't want it because it's a free call for it to not be taken as seriously. So promise me in this chat that you're gonna take this seriously. I know it's free. I know we didn't charge, nothing for this call, but I want you to take it seriously. Give me a promise in the chat. Let me see. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate all the promises. Pinky promise? Pinky promise. Okay. I love you guys. Someone called me mommy. I mean, I could be some of your moms. I'm 27. I'm about to turn 30 soon. I feel like a mom. So let's go ahead, say commit. You guys committed. Perfect. So let's get into it. So who is this workshop for, right? Number one, if you're an influencer, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an expert in some field, you know that you have some knowledge in some type of field and you're ready to grow your income 3 to 5x this year, you are in the right spot. Or if you're someone that you're like, I want to just be behind the scenes. I want to be a specialist. I want to work with other big creators. I want to be making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 or more this year, a month. Of course, we always talk by months. By making other people's offer convert like crazy. This workshop is also for you. So both works perfectly if you're in front of the camera or behind the scenes working with the creators. So let me know in the chat, which one do you feel like you are currently? Are you the face of the brand, or do you want to work behind the scenes? Okay, I see a lot of promises. I better not see no one break their promises. I am the face. I am the face. Behind the scenes, both. Ooh, I like both. It's like you guys almost have seen the presentation. We're aligned. I like this. I like this. Behind the scenes, both behind the scenes, in front of the face of the brand, Okay. Okay, perfect. So now my promise to you today is by the end of the 3 days together, we're gonna have a step-by-step action plan, because guys, if you know anything about me, I don't like, no, oh my God, I want this so much. No, I like, okay, I want this, but then what's the next action steps? Like, I'm more into, like, let's go get it. Let's not just, like, manifest for the rest of our lives and never do anything. No, we're going to, of course, visualize, manifest, and then we're going to get into action. So I'm going to give you guys the step-by-step action to plan a single digital product and then scale it to $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 and beyond, month after month, growing it just like clockwork. But of course, I have to be real with you guys. Just like anything in this life, like I hope in 2026 we got this out of our head. Oh my God, I want to get rich quick, because anything quick in this life, you get it quick, you lose it quick. No, I want to get the information quick and then apply it so I can grow quick. That's my mindset. But, oh, I just want to make money quick. We already know. I hope in 2026 we are more clear that this is not the right way of life and it just does not work. And we have I hope we're on that level, right? So this is not a get rich quick crowd, or people just looking to just like, please give me the magic potion lotion that is gonna just make me a billionaire tomorrow. I hope that is not you guys, and I know that is not you guys. If you guys watch my YouTube, my social media, you know I'm all about hard work. So if you're willing to show up, do the work, apply the techniques, apply the strategies that we're gonna be teaching you, the sky is the limit. The amount of money that you could be making in the future with these same strategies is the limit. And if you stick with me until the end, I have, of course, as always, some bonuses lined up for the people that are going to stay until the end. We're going to give you like a button that you can press and then get the bonuses only for the people that stay until the end. And in the Q&A, I'm going to be answering probably like your toughest questions. Give me all the tough, real business questions, any fears that you have. And I'm going to give you guys really answers that I only share to my private clients. But today, I'm going to be an open book, right? So in every room like this with thousands of smart, motivated people, I always see like there's like a divide, like a split that happens, right? There's two people. There are the people that they're both capable, they're both smart, they both make very different decisions. Type 1 is, oh, I'm going to figure out myself, and that is totally fine. I always respect that, right? The first group, they want to take everything I teach, and then they want to go out and figure out on their own. And of course, that path works. This is why we do these calls. But that always comes with a cost. And I've had that cost for a very long time until I learned to be the second group, right? Now, what is the cost? The cost is you always, I could literally cry talking about this. You always pay with time. And I have paid with time for so long that I'm just like, you little Afnan, you know? It's like, why did I have to go through that instead of just learning it from someone and like taking everything from someone? You always will pay with time. I have figured out things in the past year alone that I could have paid, not even a lot of money. I just could have paid the less than 0.001% of what I make today 3 years ago, and I would have made probably 10x the money if I just knew what I know now. If you guys understand what I'm saying, right? So you're always paying time, right? You're gonna have to make mistakes that you didn't have to because you're trying to figure out on your own. You're going to be testing things that is already tested. Your progress is always going to be slower than it needs to because you're one person, you're human. You're going to have to go through that cycle. And some people are okay with that. Now, type 2 are the people that I want speed. And this was my 2025, December 2024 resolution is in 2025, I want speed. And this is why 2025 for me was like the biggest year of my life where I have scaled just insanely because I was just like, forget figuring out everything on my own. I'm tired of figuring out things on my own. I want speed. Who can give me access to speed, to information that I can implement, that can help me step by step and I can get to where I want instead of trying another 3, 4, 5 years and then figure it out. Because the most expensive thing that we have is not money, it is time. Drop an amen in the chat. Right? So the second group is, right, they look at the same information and they think differently. They don't ask, can I do this alone? They ask, who already have solved this? And how do I even move faster to get the results faster? So execution speed always changes the outcome. That's why I built something very specific for you guys that we're not going to talk too much about today, right? I'm going to talk more about tomorrow. But now everything I'm teaching you over the next 3 days, you can absolutely take it, run, you can make money with it, amazing. But I know some of you guys are sitting here thinking, I don't want to figure this on my own. I want someone to just show me exactly what to do day by day. Behind the scenes, of course, I have, wow, that's such a nice picture of me. Behind the scenes, I've been building a new program that is probably going to break the internet once people see the information that is there. Because a lot of creators are going to be very upset. I'm actually making a program about this information. Something designed for people that don't want to sit with the information for 6 months before they actually do something with it. Now, I'm not opening any enrollment today. You cannot buy anything today. We are not taking $1 from you today. But, because today is about learning, but at the end of today, I'm going to do something very, very small because there is a lot of you guys and there's a lot of people that are registered for this webinar that are going to watch the replays, because I know we have different time zones and I'm in Dubai, so this is like the latest I can do. But I'm going to open a wait list, right? I'm not going to tell you guys what we're going to be launching, any of that, prices, anything. Just know that, of course, it's not going to be nothing cheap. It's going to be something that is very valuable. So I'm going to open a waitlist at the end. You can just join the waitlist in the group chat. We're going to give you more information. If you're in that waitlist, priority to everyone else, you're going to get better prices than everyone else. You're going to get priority to get on calls, to get more information before everyone else. The waitlist is just people that they just know they want more out of this life and they don't want to do it alone, right? So it's not for everyone, just for the people that, number one, they know they can invest in themselves. Number two, they want 2026 to be a huge year. And of course, here's why we're doing it this way. We actually have 20,000 people that have registered for this call. I know we have like 4.6 on YouTube right now, which is incredible. But I just want to give priority access to people that have the urgency in this life, because I'm that girl that has the urgency. So the only time I'm going to mention it until the end. So wait until the end. We're going to talk about it later. And again, we're not going to be breaking down any information until tomorrow or the day after. But the people that are like, anything Afnan does is powerful. I need this. I need 2026 to be different. I need this information. Be ready for the end of the call. It's going to be an investment that we're going to tell you guys about later, about the program and so on and so forth. And you can join the waitlist to get all the information priority to everyone else. Now back to the real, everything that we're going to be talking about. So who is Afnan? My name is Afnan Khalifa. At 19 years old, I actually moved to Canada. I was studying university. I was literally balancing university. I was a waitress at 2 restaurants. I tried the 9 to 5. It was extremely hard. I was trying to figure out life. My dad called me, said, Afnan, I cannot send you money anymore, so you need to get a job. I've never had a job when I used to live in Saudi for 18 years. And then a lot have happened when I was in Canada. Like, if I just tell you stories, sometimes I forget that was literally my life. Like, I would walk from the bus station to our home, which was like a 20-minute walk. You'll be like, okay, what's so hard about walking 20 minutes? Don't be lazy. Yeah, but have you guys been to Canada when it's literally snowing and it's literally negative 20 degrees Celsius and you're walking at like midnight? There is barely any light in the neighborhood that we live in. It's quiet. You feel like if you got kidnapped, no one's gonna even notice. And I've done that for like 2-3 years, because to me, an Uber that was like $10, that $10 was a lot of money. And I swear to you guys, I cannot even believe I used to live that life. Like, I look back at it and I'm like, was that really happening in my life, or am I just like dreaming? But that was literally my life, where I would literally be like, no, I cannot eat outside, even though I'm out all day. I'm just gonna wait until I go home. I would study on the bus because it was an 1.5-hour commute going and then back. Yo, I have done it. Like, you cannot complain to me about anything, because I have done it all. Everything that I have today, I have earned it with sweat, tears, hard work, discipline, not giving up, not like, guys, please, people lose their Instagram and they have like 100,000 followers and they freak out. Their life is like done. Their business is done. My Instagram had literally almost 2 million followers. You guys have seen me all 2025. How much I worked for my Instagram, how much effort I put. And here I am, chilling. Because I know anything that God gives you, He can take away from you. But what I always have is my skills. And I've been through so much worse than an Instagram going away. Like, please, I'm unbreakable, unshakable. Because I've been through so much hardship. I've been through literally like the mud and back. But that builds you to be that so powerful, so resilient, that literally nothing can break me. Literally nothing can take me down. My faith is in God, and I know God always has the best plan for me. Always, always, always. Even if it looks like, oh my God, God is with me. I can never lose. Could never lose. You can never lose, right? Now at 25, I actually moved to Dubai. Everyone's like, wow, you're so like bold. You literally just moved to Dubai by yourself. Yeah, because I wanted a bigger life. I wanted more. I wanted just something different. I was getting comfortable in Canada. And that's when my life changed. It was extremely hard. I have a YouTube video about it. It was really, really extremely hard the first 7 months, just emotionally, especially us as women. We're so emotional. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, God, please give me a man's emotion because I am tired of this roller coaster inside me, right? But I'm very happy to be a woman. Over the last, of course, 7 months, I grew my Instagram from 180,000 to 1.8 million followers. We grew our YouTube to almost now 150,000. And we grew our TikTok to almost 1 million followers as well. I bought my Rolls Royce. I love my Rolls Royce. It's just, to people, it's like, oh, it's just material. And of course, I laugh about it, that I am materialistic. But to me, it means so much more. It just means all the work that I put in, all the sacrifice, all the naysayers that, oh my God, does she make money? Oh my God, is she not successful? Oh my God, she just got lucky. Oh my God, okay. I just keep going, right? And then in the last 6 months alone, we have generated over 3 million from digital products. Today, I feel like as soon as I say Afnan Khalifa, guys, I cannot go anywhere without being recognized, without people showing me so much love. And I love it because every single time you guys come up to me in person, the first thing is, I watch you, you changed my life, please keep being you. And that just means literally the world to me. So yeah, I'm just very proud of the woman that I am today. Very, very proud. Very proud. So of course, I'm not a magic or a genie or an overnight success. I feel like you guys can really feel it through my energy, through just my hard work, how much I actually put into my content, how much I actually put into my business, on how much this woman actually cares about her life, about her success, about her students. So I've never really had anything easy. I've been in the trenches and I've been scaling my online businesses for years now. I've personally launched multiple digital products, right, that have made 7 figures, millions of dollars. We have the brand code and we have the Icon Women Club. But more importantly, I have helped so many clients and students do the same, right? I love going on social media and seeing my students are literally duplicating our strategies, our frameworks, and they're suddenly making like $10,000 in a day, $20,000 in like a week when they couldn't even make $5,000 a month. Like that to me was amazing. One of our biggest client success, she just had her launch and she literally made $100,000 in one day using our launch strategies. She grew her social media from literally 1,000 followers to over now 600,000 followers and 10 in literally less than a year and a half. And just seeing all of that, it really just puts everything into perspective, that everything that I have done was always for people, and that's what I really love to do. So collectively, all my students have earned collectively over 20 million in revenue from the exact system I'm going to be teaching you guys today. Now, I know what you're thinking, right? But Afnan, don't you need a big following to make a lot of money? Because you always say that. And yes, a few years ago, I might have said, yes, you need a lot of followers, you need to grow your followers. But in 2026, the game have changed, okay? Followers does not always equal income. Now, here's what equals income. When you have attention is the currency. You need attention to anything that we do. We need attention, right? But then you need the strategy. That's what equals money. And most people that you see today, and it's so sad, I look at so many like big influencers that you probably follow, and I'm like, where's the strategy? Please, you have so much attention. How are we monetizing this? Oh my God, there's so much money that we're leaving on the table. It's like sometimes I just want to DM them and they have like 5 million, 10 million. I'm like, where is the strategy? Can I help you with the strategy to help you make an extra, probably like 5 to 10 million with your followers, because they have huge followers, but they're just leaving a lot of money on the table. And I know what some of you are thinking. Easy for you to say, you already have millions of followers and you've been doing all of that. But let me just ruin the argument in the worst way possible. As you guys know, 2 months ago, my Instagram literally disappeared, right? Overnight. Uh, Now, by every piece of logic, I should be panicking. I should be scrambling. I actually just took a vacation. I went to Thailand. I'm like, okay, let's just take a vacation. I should be watching my income collapse in real time, because that's really what happens to a lot of entrepreneurs when they lose their biggest platform, which is usually Instagram. But you want to know actually what happened, guys? Nothing. Nothing happened. We kept making money. We kept running launches. We kept making money. It was just simple. I just lost my Instagram and I just missed you guys, because I just love the attention that you guys give me on my 2 million follower. And while all that was happening, I started a new Instagram, because I want to show you guys that you can start from zero in 2026 and you can still scale something. You can still grow it, and you can still make a lot of money with 20,000 little Affy 20,000 followers. You can make a lot of money. Please follow me on my new Instagram. So followers does not equal the foundation, because my income, guys, was never ever just built on followers alone. I know so many people that have 2 times, 3 times my followers, and they're not even making 20% of what I make. So followers is not everything. I need us to understand that in 2026. The audience, of course, having audience, of course it helped when you have eyes on you. Of course it helps, but it was never the foundation. The foundation on how we made a lot of money was the system behind it that you guys never saw. That's why when my account disappeared, the money did not disappear, because we had that system. Now, for my fellow creators and influencers that are here, let me know if you're a follow influencer or creator. I love you guys. I love you guys. A lot of you guys are like, I thought you blocked me on Instagram. I couldn't find you guys. Why would I block you? Please, why would I block you? But for all my fellow creators and influencers here, I want you to be really honest with me for a second, right? If tomorrow you woke up and literally your entire social media was gone, every follower, every post you've done, everything, what would actually happen to your income? Let me know in the chat. Would your income go away, or would it actually still grow? I would cry, because I literally just started. Don't cry. It would be very, very sad. Yes. Okay. I will fall. Some of you guys said it will be, nothing will happen. Okay, that's good. I like that. But a lot of you guys, so drop 1 in the chat if you think you'd be in a serious trouble. Drop 2 if you think you'd survive for a while, but then eventually struggle. Drop 3 if your income would keep flowing no matter what. I will panic, but nothing will. I'll be very depressed. Okay, we're not going to use that word. That's a very, very not nice word that we don't use over here. Right? It's all a state of mind. A lot of you guys are dropping 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Okay. Wow, I cannot even read a chat. Like this energy, I cannot even keep up with the chat. I'm reading your answers, and here's what interesting, right? Some of you guys type 2, some of you guys type 3, some of you guys type 1. Guys, I personally know creators with over 1 million followers that literally till today stress about money every single month. I know creators that have 500,000 followers and they still stress about money. They can't sell anything, right? And I know creators that have 10,000 followers and they're literally making every single month 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, month after month, growing it. Why? The only difference is in the last few years, what we have seen is, and this is what I want us to understand, things have changed, right? Social media want you to go viral. It want you to scale. It want you to grow. So in the last few years, we have seen an explosion of creators that have suddenly like got so many followers. Like I see a lot of my friends, as soon as I hit 1 million followers, it almost like unlocked like, oh my God, 1 million followers is so easy. everyone's hitting 1 million followers. And before 1 million followers was like, oh my God, you are like so famous. But today people are literally gaining like 100,000 followers in like a couple months, right? I've seen people gain 100,000 followers in literally a week, and that people was me, right? They're getting attention, they're getting the validation, but there's a very big problem, which is they're still very broke. Why? Because they are still playing by the old rules, thinking if I post, if I get the views, if I get the attention, the money is still gonna come. But guys, this does not work anymore because, let's be honest, everyone is going viral. Like, a lot of people are going viral, right? Maybe not you, but a lot of people are going viral. A lot of people get views. A lot of people are getting attention. Now, 10 years ago, attention was rare, right? If people actually knew your name, oh my God, you were already winning, right? Brands are chasing you. They're throwing money at you. They're begging you to post them. Money, like, literally followed visibility. Any type of attention. If you have visibility, boom, you had money. That was like 10 years ago. Now, let me show you what I mean. Let's zoom out for a second, okay? There were only a handful influencers, and like almost every single person watched the same people 10 years ago. Don't you guys agree? Like, everyone in the country, in every country, followed the same people, and we kept just watching the same people because they were so big. But that world does not exist anymore. Every single time I'm with my friends, they're like, oh my God, did you see this? I'm like, who's that? I've never seen her. And that person has like 5 million, 6 million followers. I'm like, how have I never seen her? Because that world does not exist anymore. Back then, if you had fame, that means you have money, right? Because it was extremely hard to get into that world that you have fame. Organic growth, getting followers was extremely hard. It wasn't normalized. The algorithm was not pushing your stuff like today. It was very different. So if you made it to the top, you really did not need like a crazy strategy. You did not need to be doing the big things, because money was literally chasing you and coming to you. That's why you see a lot of people like are literally confused today. They're still chasing a world that was 10 years ago. That world, guys, please, it does not exist. Welcome to 2026. For this first time in history, anyone can build an audience in an extremely short period of time. So this is not like a luxury that's reserved for anyone special. You see people that are 14 years old crushing it. You see people that are 80 years old crushing it on TikTok and Instagram. People all ages, they're just creating content. They're making money. It's so easy. It's just a matter of pick the phone, record yourself, post it, say something valuable, right? And so many people are getting attention. So that is not reserved for just like the selective few. And that creates a very specific opportunity if you understand it. But here's what changed, right? Number one, no one is coming to hand you money. No brand is gonna chase you because you have followers, right? I've had 2 million followers, and let me tell you, brands don't chase you. Like, I'm being extremely honest. They don't chase you no matter how much you go viral, how many views you have. They don't chase you. If you don't agree to their terms, there's a billion other influencers that are going to agree to their terms. Why would they even flinch, right? So the opportunity is there, but it's your responsibility to use it. And this is like the best actually news that you can actually hear, because it almost like gives you power, right? It just means that you don't need permission anymore. You can create your own income on your own. You don't need to be like, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. We're not in that generation anymore. And that applies to a lot of things in our life, not just money. Wow, today we're going to be just talking about money. And I like that. I like not being waited to be picked, but creating my own luck. And this is what I'm teaching you guys today. We're going to be creating our own luck. So in 2026, even if you have 10,000 people actually that are following you, you have leverage to build a 6-figure income. Am I right? Very, very easy, right? Now, to get there, although you only have 10,000 followers, You need two things. Number one, you need something that you're going to be selling to people, right? And then you need a system behind it that will get people to understand what you're going to be selling. That is it. So what does that mean? We need an offer, whether it's a service, it's a product, a digital product, it's something that you're going to be selling people, anything that you're going to be selling people. And then we need nurture. We need to get people nurtured, like taking care of people, showing them why they need what we have, warming them up to our product, showing how to use it, showing the results, the transformations, all of that we're going to be teaching guys. And then launch, which is what the launch code is about. And then that's how you'll be making money. That's literally the simple steps. Now, of course, there's a lot of steps in those as well. So let's talk about the big word of today and the next 3 days, basically. Afnan, okay, you're saying launch. What does that mean? Please tell me. So let me put it very, very simply. What is a launch? And you can write this down. A launch is a structured way of selling a product or a service to your target audience, right? What does that mean? It's a strategy that helps you build almost a relationship with a potential customer, show them the key value, show them why your offer is so good and they need it, and build that desire for them so they desire what you are going to give them, that product and that service, and then guide them step by step toward making a purchase. Let's break it down. It's basically a strategic process designed to introduce something new to the world. Because in today's world, we crave attention, we crave desires and momentum before the product is available to everyone. That's what makes things go viral, things get so hyped up and then sell out. You want every single product and service you put out there to be viral, to sell out, for you to be like scrambling to like get the orders out or the service to be done. You almost need to set people on fire before you launch something. Sometimes you set people on fire before you even have the product and the service, and that's like the real goated situation that we're gonna get you guys to. It's almost like think of it as lighting a fire before you need that heat. It's not like, oh my god, I'm freezing. You're almost warming up people, like, yes, let's put the fire, it's gonna be an amazing night, let's camp and so on and so forth, before they feel cold. What does that mean? So the true goal of a product launch is simple. You need to build such big like FOMO and anticipation for the product and the service that people are like, please launch it, please take my money, please, how can I buy, please restock. Guys, have you ever looked at basically, what's it called, like yesterday I was shopping at this store, okay, and I'm like, why is it sold out? I want this like pants that they have, and it's literally sold out, and I'm like, why is it sold out? Like, how can I message them, please restock, I want these pants so bad? And that is literally a form of anticipation that a lot of brands basically have. This is the most profitable business model in literally history that can be applied to any product, to any service out there, right? It's been used for decades by literally billion-dollar companies, and you probably have never even noticed the whole thing, okay? And this is what we're gonna be breaking to you guys. So let's talk about, the elephant in the room. I literally have like 5 of them right now. My friend's like, why do you have 5 phones? I'm like, I don't know. I have 5 phones, right? Have you ever stood, and let me know in the chat, have you ever stood in a line midnight waiting for a new iPhone? Or like, oh my god, I want to get the iPhone before they launch it. Oh my god, I pre-ordered. I don't even know what's in the iPhone. I don't know what's the new features in the phone. I just know that I want the new phone. How many people literally are trying to always buy the new phone and they don't even know what's in the phone? Like, what's the difference between all the iPhones? Oh, better camera. They always say that. Oh, like, you're just like, please take my money. I don't even care what's in the new iPhone. I just wanna like get the new phone, right? So Apple, we gotta understand that they don't release just phones. They basically launch them. For months, they build such anticipation, right? They do teasers, they suddenly do like YouTube leaks on, oh my God, I got my hand on the new phone. Like people are recording, oh my God, I got hands on the new phone and the camera quality is insane. Oh my God, this, and like it's controversial. Should I get it? Should I not? Oh my God, it's the best decision. And these are all leaked and planned in advance. This is not by accident, guys, right? So by the time they actually open the doors, oh my God, okay, we're launching the new iPhone. People are desperate to buy. They're waiting in line. Why is the Apple store always busy, always lines? I'm like, what are you guys buying? They literally just sell a phone. What is there to buy more from? Why is it always busy? Please, someone explain, right? But that is all what they do year after year. Big launches, right? Oh my God, you guys have Android. We're not gonna talk about that right now, guys. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. Now, what about music? Okay, let's say there is Drake, but think about Taylor Swift. Before she releases any album, any new music, she doesn't just like drop the song and okay guys, go listen to it. No, she dropped teasers, her singing maybe a line from it, you know, putting it in a clip, like just teasing us. And it's like, okay, please give me like the song. Whether you're a fan of Taylor Swift, Drake, whoever you listen to, they all have the same launch strategy. Okay, so they tease for months, and by the time the album drop, like the fans are like the fans feel like literally they are they just want to hear the whole album for fast. They want to go through it. Same with Netflix. So anytime there's a new season, what does Netflix do? They don't just drop it quietly. Oh my God, Stranger Things, gonna coming June 15th, trailer that breaks the internet. And then you're watching the trailer and it's like, I cannot wait. And then as soon as they launch it, and it's now everyone's watching and everyone's talking on social media. And that is what a launch is. So here's what we know, right? Singers, they use launches. Movie studios, they use launches. Fashion brands use launches. Tech companies, they use launches. Every serious business out there, they use launches, okay? So that brings me to you. If you're a creator with an audience, you're just not a regular person with followers anymore. I need us to look at ourselves like a business, and your business needs a launch. And this is exactly why you're gonna see the big division right now in 2026. You're gonna see a lot of creators on one side without any offers, without any launches, and you're gonna notice they don't like have the big money. They're always stressed about money. They're always wondering, why is it not working? What's happening? And then you're gonna see the other side of creators that have the offers, the launch system. Even if they have like the same amount of followers, they are always making the crazy money that you're like, it doesn't even make sense. How does she make that much money? It does not make sense, but that is what launches do. So if you're a creator right now, or you want to become one, you need to have a launch strategy. You need to be ahead of the game. Without it, you're just gonna be posting and hoping and like, oh my God, I hope I make money. And you guys, in 2026, a lot of you guys are gonna have a lot of followers, or a lot of you guys are gonna be working behind the scenes. You're gonna know a lot of people that have a lot of followers, but they don't know how to turn it into business. So here is what you can actually use launches to, okay? One-on-one sessions, you can have online courses, group programs, memberships, if you have digital products, apps, physical products, services, literally anything you can use launches for. So let me ask you something, right? Have you ever posted, let's say you have your own program. Have you ever posted a link to something you're selling and you just sat there, like literally refreshing, hoping someone buys, and no one actually buys. I've seen a lot of my friends that had like 200, 300,000 followers go through this, and it literally broke their heart, because they're like, I have so many followers, why is no one buying what I have, right? Now, you probably have had that pit in your stomach. Maybe you were wondering, am I going to be even making good money this month, although I have the followers? Maybe you're trying to even cover rent at this point. That moment when you put something up for sale and think, I actually have no idea if this is working. I don't know what to change. I don't know why people are not buying. I don't know what else to do. I know my program is so good. I know my offer is so good. I know I have the expertise, but no one is finding me. No one is buying. That all disappears once you learn how to launch. Because behind every successful launch, there is a financial model, right? Before you sell anything, you already know. This is why launches are powerful, because before you sell anything, you already know how many people are going to see your offer, how many people are going to click, how many people are going to buy. So you almost know how much money you're going to be making before you even sell, which is the craziest thing about a launch. And the same math works whether you're selling to 300 people or 300,000 people. The formula does not change, only the zeros at the end. Now let's break down numbers, okay? So grab your phone and open your notes. Someone said, this happened to my ebook. We're going to change that. Mido. We're going to change that. So by the end of this, you're going to know exactly how much money is sitting in your audience right now. Or if you're going to be working behind the scenes in other people's audience, okay? So step number 1, guys, get your number, get your pens and papers, your phones. We're going to do some math. I don't know if you guys are good with math or not, but we're going to do some math right now. So step number 1, your follower count. Take that number and put it, right? So how many followers do you have right now? Let me know in the chat. Write that number down. You either let me know in the chat or you write it down. Does not matter. Okay? Number 2, I need you to have your engagement rate. Now you're like, Afnan, what does an engagement rate means? This is basically the percentage of followers that actually pay attention to you. So how do we know that number? You're going to check your story views. So divide your engagement rate by your follower count. So most creators, I'll be honest with you guys, fall somewhere between 5% to 15% of their followers watch their stories. So find that number and then divide it by your follower count, the average. Okay? Now, a quick way to check, let's say you have 10,000 followers and let's say maybe 1,000 people are watching your stories. That's basically 10% engagement. That 10% is actually the real audience that we care about. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, we have 10,000 followers. No. That's cute, but let's get real numbers, real business right now. So basically, we have 1,000 real audience that care about what you do. Now, step 3, are you guys following with me? Okay, cool. I see the numbers. 4% is good, guys. Don't calculate when you post like a bunch of stuff. Calculate, when you post a story or 2, how many views do you get? So I need us to be like, not too hard on ourselves, but not too soft on ourselves. Okay, step number 3 is conversion rate. Now, guys, during a proper launch, typically 2 to 5% of your engaged audience is gonna buy. Now, I don't like to hype things or make it low. Let's say 3% of our engaged audience, which is 1,000 people from the 10,000, right? So 1,000, 3% of those usually buy. Now you're like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Step number 4, how much is your product price? Now, this of course depends on what are you selling and who are you selling it to. Now, let me break it down. So the price of your product or your service always depends on your niche and your audience buying power. And here's a realistic breakdown. So there's, of course, low ticket. Low ticket means anything that is $27 to $97. That could be a mini course, a guide, a template, a digital download. This actually works good if you have a large audience. A lot of people are like, oh my god, I'm gonna start with low ticket. But like if you have very small audience, this will just demotivate you. So that's what a low ticket is. Okay. Now there is mid ticket, which is anywhere from $197 to $899. This could be a workshop that you're gonna be doing, an online course that you have, and it's that range, right? And this is like, I feel like this range is like the sweet spot for a lot of creators. They price their services, their products around that range. It's high enough to actually make you money and be profitable, but it's low enough so that people are not like overthinking it. They're not like being, oh my god, is this so hard? And then there's high ticket, which is anywhere from $997, which is $1,000, all the way to almost $3,000. This could be masterminds. This is like done with you services. This is coaching programs, higher level. This works best when you actually have a proven result that you can sell to people. And then you have premium, which is anything above $5,000. This is like the one-on-one coaching. There is the VIP experiences. This is done for you services. Now, in the premium, you only need a handful of buyers to actually make a lot of money. But one thing about premium, it requires more trust, and usually you need sales calls and all of that to close people, because no one's gonna just buy a 5,000 plus just like that, right? So let me know in the chat, which price is the right for you. Now, guys, by the way, that also depends on your audience. This doesn't just depend on you because you think, oh my god, I should price this. Again, let me show you different niches typically break down. Let's say you are a lifestyle, you are a beauty, you are a fashion audience. Usually, younger people are following you, maybe more price sensitive, they can't afford it. A sweet spot is $197, $299, because people can afford that range, right? There, you're gonna focus on volume, on a lot of people, right? To sell more at a lower price. And that's how you're gonna be making a lot of money in that industry. Now, if you're in fitness, wellness, nutrition, the audience usually, they're willing to invest in themselves, right? Because they're like, this is for my health, this is for me to be healthy, and so on and so forth, for me to be well. The sweet spot is anywhere from $497 to almost $1,000. Because in that like niche, people are used to paying for gym memberships, supplements, programs, and so on and so forth. And then there is business, finance, marketing audience. This is a very, very big niche. Anyone that buys from these people, right? And I'm in this category, right? But anytime people are buying from you, they look at it as an investment, right? If I spend $1,000, $3,000, and so on and so forth, it's like I'm gonna be making way more from the strategies that I'm gonna be learning. So they're gonna pay more if you can show the ROI for these people. And then, of course, I also fall into this category as well, which is coaches, consultants, and service providers. This can go anywhere from $1,200 all the way to $5,000 plus. This, for this specific niche, your audience needs to see a transformation. They need to see results before they pay you that big money, because usually they want the same results. So it's result-based pricing works well, right? So if you can show people results, they're gonna get there, perfect. Now, okay, Afnan, this is amazing. Let's basically put all of it together. Okay, so let's find yourself in these examples. So scenario one, right? You have 5,000 followers. If you have 5,000 followers, let's say 10% is engaged. Let's say that's 500 people that are watching your stories. 3% conversion rate, then you have 15 buyers that are gonna buy from you. Now at $300, you're gonna be making almost $4,500. At $500, you're gonna be making $7,400. At $1,000, you're gonna be making $15,000. That's the first scenario if you have 5,000 followers, by the way. I'm just showing you how much money you're leaving on the table. Because, guys, we need to fix the mindset. We need to fix the foundation. I need you guys to understand the deeper stuff before we give you guys a step-by-step by today and tomorrow and the day after. This is very, very important. I cannot just, okay guys, here's, you guys, it's not gonna register. So I need us to follow things in the right order. So up to $15,000 that you can be making from launches from just $5,000. And guys, of course, this is conservative math because we've done all the math very conservative. Scenario number 2, 10,000 followers. Let's say you have 10% engagement, that's 1,000 engaged people, 3% conversion, that's 30 buyers. You could be making anywhere from $9,000 all the way to almost $30,000. And this can happen, by the way, in a day. I'm just hoping you guys are understanding the math, right? Because launches happen in a day, 2, 3, maybe maximum a week. This is what you could be making from launches, okay? Follow with me. I love I love you guys that are like paying attention and understanding why this is very important. Scenario number 3, there's 25,000 followers, right? And that's if you have, that audience. 10% engagement, 2,500 engaged, 3% conversion, 75 buyers that are going to be buying from you. And that's being conservative. You could be making anywhere from $20,000 to almost $75,000. Are we understanding? Are we? And this is very low. This is if we only sell to like $1,000. We're not even doing like high ticket. Okay, cool. Scenario number 4, 50,000 followers. Boom, 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 150 buyers that we're going to be having. You could be making anywhere from $45,000 to $150,000 very, very, very quickly, right? So $150,000 from one launch, right? With $1,000 product. And this is why I am obsessed with launches. So launches are like literally the only system that I know where you do a couple actions in a series for 2 to 3 weeks that can completely change your financial life. And I've seen it happen hundreds of times over and over again in every single niche. Okay, now let's compare this to guys, if you don't understand it, you're gonna have to watch the playback to really look at the numbers again, because you are not paying attention, because I broke it down very, very clearly. Okay, but I still love you guys. So let's compare this to other ways that people actually make money on social media. Let's say you have the brand deals. Can you make 6 figures from your first brand deal? No. No one is going to pay you $100,000 for no brand deal. Let me just tell you that. No, I know people that have almost 20 million followers and they're barely just starting to get 6 figures from deals. Let me just make it very simple for you guys. Not even your 10th. Most creators with 300,000 followers are like lucky to get like $5,000 for a post after negotiations back and forth, and them seeing your insights and then making sure you're in the right niche and you have the audience and people are loyal to you. You basically need 20 brand deals to just hit $100,000. And you are like at the mercy for every single one. And it's not easy to get 20 brand deals, guys. Again, 2 million followers. And I can tell you guys, we've never done more than even 2 brand deals in 1 month because our prices are high. But brand deals don't want to pay. There's so many options out there that they can pay someone $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. My prices are not no $1,000, $2,000. Let's talk about making money from the platform, right? Maybe, you get the TikTok creator fund and so on and so forth. But how many followers do you need to make 6 figures from the TikTok creator fund? You need millions, literally millions. And even then, the algorithm is going to decide, oh my God, are you going to get paid that month? You're literally at the mercy of a platform. And a platform can shut you down like this. And we've seen it so many times, right? Now, let's say we're past those times. I love that. You guys know that. Selling services, right? Let's say you have a service. You're a service provider. How many hours would you need to work to actually make $100,000 in a month, right? Let's say you're making $100 an hour. That's 1,000 hours in 1 month. We know that's impossible to even 1,000 hours a month is insane. Let's say you have $500 an hour, that's 200 hours, still a lot of time, and you need a lot of clients lined up to make $100,000 a month. But I just showed you guys, we just need to sell a couple people on a product or a service, and you could be easily making the $100,000. Now let's compare that to a launch. How do you make money in a launch? 3 to 4 weeks of focused work using proven sequence that we're gonna teach you guys tomorrow and the day after, where you could be making $50,000 from a launch, $100,000 in a launch, $200,000 in a launch. That is literally powerful. This is why I told you guys, today is all about shifting this perspective. If this is not, like, I need to switch you guys' mind to start seeing things, because a lot of us don't see because we don't know. When we switch the perspective, now you're aware, now you can see the red car. You guys know the red car theory? Who knows the red car theory? Okay, you guys know the red car theory, right? As soon as you start having a red car, now you look outside, now every car is red. Now you see every red car. But if I asked you, how many red cars have you seen today? You're like, I don't know, because you were not paying attention. So this is what I do. Very good. Clearly, I make you guys see things, and now once you see things, you cannot unsee them, and that's when the money is gonna follow, because perspective shifted. Now we give you guys strategies after. Now you implement it. Now you get the results. Please don't question how I do things, because I do things very, very well, all according to plan, okay? So your first launch is just the beginning, right? Once you've launched once, guys, you have a system. And a system, you can run it again and again. And it only gets better because you're growing your audience, you're getting better at it, your offers are getting better. So have you ever maybe bought an online program, membership, and thought, I think I can even teach this better? Do you even have at least few hundred people that follow you and maybe occasionally watch what you post? If you said yes to even 2 or 3 of these, you have everything that you need to start, even if you have low followers, by the way. Now, let's look at one example together that some of you have probably heard of, right? Let's talk about the GOAT, right, which is Alex Hormozi, one of the people that I respect in the industry a lot. So Alex Hormozi, before he became one of the biggest names in business, he was launching gyms. You guys watch any of his content? Launching gyms. Yes, he was launching gyms. So he basically used like a launch strategy to fill gym memberships, and then made his first million doing exactly that, just using the same launch strategy on every single gym, and every single gym would get packed from that launch strategy that he had, and he talks about it. It's powerful, right? Now, fast forward to last year, he also launched, which I literally have it in front of me, by the way, right? He also launched the book, $100 Million Models, and he did a launch. He didn't say, okay, guys, here's the link, go buy. That's not what he did. He did a whole like 3-day launch, right? And he literally made $100 million in less than, I think, 5-6 hours, if not even less. I think like 3 hours from selling a book. But he didn't sell it any type of way. He used a launch strategy. So online education is literally booming right now, right? The demand is growing so fast. Attention is there, right? And anyone can be that person that has that education, and you're sharing it with people. This is like one of the moments where the timing is actually finally on your side. Like, have you ever been like, oh my God, right thing, wrong time? This is like the right thing, right time, crucial time, right? And digital products are probably like the strongest business model available today. Let me tell you guys why it's one of the best business models and the strongest today. Number one, you don't need any big investment to launch really a digital product. The margins are extremely high because it's your knowledge, it's your experience. So they're usually up to 90%. There's no inventory, there's no physical space, there's no logistics. And then AI also allows, just made it very easy to create, to market it, to operate it faster than ever before. It helps you put things without even having 10 employees together. Now, when you combine digital products with social media, things really compound, right? Digital products, because they're simple to create, a phone and a clear structure is all you need. If you have a phone, you have the structure, you have the system, you have the information, boom, you can have a digital product. They're easy to sell at premium prices. You can sell them for 1,000, 2,000, even 5,000. And that is normal for education, because how many of you guys have paid so much money for university that you're just like, I can't even apply this in real life, please guys, right? But I have spent probably at this point over $400,000 in programs, in masterminds, in education to educate me, because I know I spend that, it's only gonna come back 10x. So it is a high scalable. You build it once and you can sell it over and over and over again. And then social media adds that leverage. You can attract clients without paying for ads. You can build audience once and monetize it over and over again. And together, this business can literally grow month after month once you use the launches. So, social media, launch strategy, digital products, you will literally have thousands of dollars flowing into your account every single month because you mastered how to launch things. So, let's get into real work that I want us to start working on. Okay, so right now, I want us to build your first irresistible offer together. I want us to do this together. So we have things that we're working on. I don't want us to leave the call and then start working. We're gonna start working right now. So grab your phone, grab a piece of paper, and I want you guys to write this down. Are we ready? Let me know in the chat if you guys are ready. Let me know in the chat. Okay, perfect. So let's start simple. Number one is I want you to ask yourself, what do you genuinely know how to do so well? Like, think of the things that you do automatically. You're so good at, right? Write it down on a pen and on a piece of paper or on your phone. For example, let's say maybe you know how to fix your diet after falling off track. Maybe you're that friend that people call you when they want any relationship advice. I know a friend that's literally every single time I'm going through a relationship, I call her. Maybe you figured out how to stay consistent with workouts, even when you have a full-time job. Maybe you know how to organize finances, so you're never stressed at the end of the month and you always have more money that is growing. What are you so good at? I want you guys to just write it down on a paper, right? You just genuinely know how to do it so well. Something that you're so complimented on. Someone said, manage my Airbnb. I love it. Right? Come on, tell me what you guys are good at. Let's go. What are you so good at? Something that you just do so well. We can make that a business. Okay? Now, what do people already come to? That's the second thing is, what do people already come to you for advice on? Now, I want us to think of real situations. Maybe friends are asking you, can you look at my resume and give me feedback? Can you look at my essay? I don't know. Maybe people DM you, how do you edit videos like that? You're so good at it. How do you edit your pictures? Maybe family members are asking you, how are you always so calm in stressful situation? How can you multitask? Okay, I see. I love that. I love that you guys dropped that. Now, the second thing is, what do people come for advice for? See, you guys have so much talent. I'm actually upset at you guys because you have so much talent, so many things that you're good at. But you just think, oh, it's just this regular thing. But because it's in you, you don't realize that you're so special and you're so good at it. And people want to learn that skill and you are ready to teach people that skill. Okay? So what do people already come to you for advice for? Write that. That's the second thing that you're going to be writing down. Think of a real situation. What do people come to me for advice for? And I know what people come to me for advice for. And that's why I created all the offers that I created. Literally, Two of my friends today were like, Afnan, can you help me? Like, I'm gonna be launching something. I'm like, tune in the call. We have a 3-day call too. And another friend's like, I want to help with like branding. I want to, we're launching. Tune into the call. I'm just like, I know what people come to me for advice already for. And these are my friends. And I literally told them, hop on the call. I hope you're here. Okay. Third thing is, what have you figured out for yourself that you feel like other people are still stuck on? Maybe you've built confidence after years of insecurity. Maybe you learn how to make money online while still working a 9-to-5. At some point, something clicked for you, and that click is what people are going to pay a lot of money for, because they want that click. It clicked for you. It did not click for them. They want that information. They want the sauce. So that's the third thing that I want you guys to write. And make sure you also write it on a pen and paper, so you have it in there, because I need you guys to think about it after the call. So if you're 2 steps ahead of someone, this is the rule of thumb. If you are 2 steps ahead of someone, you can help that person. You don't need to be 10 steps to help someone. So let me give you guys a very clear example, right? Imagine that you are a very amazing makeup artist, as a beauty service provider. And let's say you have 5,000 followers, but you're always so fully booked. Everyone's booking you. You have amazing makeup that you do to your clients. And then you see other salons that are literally struggling. They have like no one that goes into their salon to get their makeup done. So people are constantly asking you, how do you get so many bookings? How did you grow your account? How do people trust you and they keep coming to you? Why are you always so booked? Boom. So your expertise becomes helping other beauty professionals attract clients through social media. That's a whole business that, you know how many people I know that I can refer to this person who's going to launch this product? You know how many? Like so many. And so many. But that's how we're going to put the expertise. So drop it in the chat. One word or one short phrase of what do people already see you as? Like, what are you like the go-to person for? I know I am always the go-to person when someone wants to start making money online. As soon as they want to make money online, all my friends are like, Afnan, so what do I talk about on social media? How do I launch this? Like literally, these are the always 2 questions. How do I launch this? What do I say? How do I convince people? What do I say in the video? I literally had someone who's worth like over 300 million was like, Afnan, and he runs a big development here in Dubai. He's like, I've seen you grow your social media. Like, it's just incredible. He saw me when I had like 200,000 followers. And then when we spoke, I was almost like at 1.7 million. He's like, teach me, how did you do this? I've been stuck at like 50,000 followers for like 7 years. I'm like, 7 years, holy. So people always come to me for. So what are you the go-to person for? That we can turn it to a business. Now, don't give me motivation. Motivation is very broad. Motivation on what? What do they motivate? What do you motivate on? Give me something a little more specific, guys. Come on. Dig a little deeper. So now we're gonna validate, because having a skill is one thing. Knowing what people want is what we can actually turn it into an offer. Now, maybe you're good at something, but I want to see, is there demand for that thing? So open your DMs right now if you have followers, right? Scroll to the last few weeks and look at like the questions that you kept getting from people. For example, how did you grow your account? Maybe it's what's your skincare product that you actually use? How do you stay consistent every day? Can you help me with planning my meals? What do you eat? Show me your workouts. Show me your hair care. Show me your makeup. How do you start charging for your work? If people ask once, take a note. But if people ask multiple times, I need us to start paying attention. Every question that is repeated, that is demand in the market, and people are literally asking you, but you're just ignoring them, or maybe you're just answering one person at a time. No, there is demand. We can create something. So people are telling you exactly what they want help with without you even paying for ads or even doing research, okay? Now, you can also check your comments. So when you share something personal or educational, what do people respond with? right? Do they say, maybe can you talk more about this? I struggle with this too. How did you fix that? Notice what are people saying in the comments. People tell you a lot when you pay attention. And if people are not asking yet, maybe you're like, well, Afnan, I don't have followers. No one is asking me anything. That's fine. We can post a story, and that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to post a story asking, what's your biggest struggle with X, right? X is your expertise, not just what's your biggest struggle in life. That's very broad. What's your biggest struggle in X, which is what you're good at? Or what do you want help with right now in X? And you're going to actually be so surprised with how much information you can just get from your audience if you just ask. Now, some of you guys are like, well, what if I don't get many questions yet? Okay, that's fine. I want us to start using tools that already analyze demand for you. So this is when we're going to open ChatGPT, we're going to open Claude, I think that's how you say it. And you're going to ask it to act like a market researcher, okay? We're going to do this, guys, today. Very important, so we can set the foundation for what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Very, very, very important, because you're going to just be more confused if you don't do this right. So you're going to ask ChatGPT or Claude, and you're going to tell it, act like a market researcher, right? Find the biggest problems people actively wanted to solve. So you can literally take a picture of this, by the way, guys. Make sure I look cute in the picture. And copy paste it to ChatGPT or Claude. And you can use that prompt. The prompt is going to be basically act like a market research analyst. And then you're going to tell it your niche, who's your niche, or who's your target audience, who do you want to help. And then using online search behavior and social media discussions, you're going to ask it to identify what are the top 10 problems people want to solve. What is the most common question people ask about this topic? What is the frustration people repeat in comments and forums in the same niche? What beginners struggle with the most? What people are willing to pay to fix? I needed to literally just copy paste this into ChatGPT and you will literally be surprised. But make it specific. Don't make it too generic. You're going to be surprised of the answers that you're going to be getting, right? So make this specific, realistic, and based on real demand. Tell that to ChatGPT. It's going to give you the whole answer. This made my morning better. I love that, Shadi. Perfect. That's all we want. So now we're going to turn this into an actual offer. Whatever ChatGPT gave you, Claude gave you, right? We're going to sit with it, because now we know what our expertise, what people come to us for. We've done the market research. If you have followers, you have DMs, you have comments, you can ask on the story. And then we ask ChatGPT, we have so much data, we have information. Now we can do something with the information. Most people are literally stuck like this because they have they're like, I don't know. But I literally gave you guys a step-by-step to just figure out the foundation. And then now we can do things with the foundation. Capiche? Capiche? Okay? So now you can turn this into an actual offer. I help specific person achieve specific result through your method. This is, take a screenshot of this. This is what you're going to think about after you research, do all that data looking, analyzing. This is what we're going to get. Okay? So now let me show you what this looks like when it comes together, right? Now you're going to be having, I help busy moms lose 15 pounds in 90 days through 20-minute home workouts and simple meal prep. If I am a mom that wants to lose 15 pounds, I will go to this fitness influencer rather than a jacked up other fitness influencer that never talks about moms and just talks to me directly like this sentence. And this sentence is very, very important. This is what we're going to be thinking about. Right? Because it tells you, who is that specific person? Busy moms. Who's the specific result for? Lose 15 pounds in 90 days. It's very specific. What's the method? Short workouts, at home, simple meal prep. Boom. We got it. Right? You need to be extremely clear about this. Because if you don't have that clarity, nothing, will make sense if whatever I say after. So promise me in the chat that you're gonna actually spend time today really thinking about this. I don't care if you don't have followers. I don't care if no one is talking to you. I don't care if you don't think you're talented. I know you have something that we can work with. Promise me. Promise me. Promise me, please. Okay? Okay. Perfect. Appreciate you guys. Yes, capiche. Okay. Now, another example is I help women in their 20s build $5,000 a month side income through digital products, right? Specific person, woman in their 20s. Specific results, $5,000 a month side income. Method, digital products. Whoever you're talking to, they're going to look at that and they're like, wow, finally someone is talking to me. That's literally what I want. I'm going to message this person instead of all the other broad people that are never talking to me. So up to this point, guys, you have done 3 very, 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 very important things. Number 1, you have identified what are you so good at, which is the foundation of all. Second 2, you validated what do people actually want. We did the research in every single way, shape, or form. And then you turned it into a clear promise that we can talk about on social media in so many ways, that we can put into offers, because we have a set promise that we can build everything on. So now we're going to turn that promise into an offer that people want to buy. Okay? Take a screenshot of this. A strong offer always answers these 4 questions. Who is this for? What result are they going to get? How fast or how easily do they get it? Why is it worth paying for? This is what a powerful offer, if you have all of those, it's going to speak to people. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to be like, wow, you're literally talking to me. I'm your target audience. I'm going to message you. I'm going to sign up for your class. I'm going to pay whatever you're going to charge me because you're finally speaking to me so specific. Guys, social media is full of literally like just generic stuff and people are sick of it. Another fitness influencer, another branding coach, another nutrition. It's like everyone is so generic. No one is speaking to me in specifics. No one is like talking to me specifically. So I can be like, wow, someone is literally like talking about my feelings. And this is what I am so good at. I am so good at talking to specific people and their pains that so many people relate to me, to my journey, to what I've been through. They see themselves in me. They're like, wow, if Nana's been there, I'm literally there. She got here, she can help me get there. And this is how you build $1 million brand, $1 million launch. A real offer increases value by doing 4 things, right? So that's what a strong offer. But a powerful offer, you know that the outcome feels exciting, right? If it's a fitness influencer, you're going to lose 15 pounds. Oh, please help me lose 15 pounds, right? You're going to get the success. The results are going to feel closer. Effort and confusion feel lower. So to increase the value of the offer, have those 4 things. So example 1, so this is a couple example. A 6-week program that helped new creators get their first 5,000 followers using a proven content framework. That sounds like they're talking to me. I want to sign up. Example number 2, a 90-day system for busy women to lose 15 pounds with short workouts, simple meal structure, and 0 extreme dieting. Oh my God, I'm going to sign up for that because it's so clear. I'm not guessing, no fancy words. It's very clear. So basically, can you see how creating your first offer is actually doable? This is my whole point of this whole exercise. Of course, I want you guys to be clear, to have the foundation, but like, I just want you guys to like feel like, wait, this is just not so hard. And I thought it was like reserved for the 1% of the 1%. No, I can actually do this. So type yes in the chat if you feel like this is doable. I love that this is helping you guys. I love it. I love it. Perfect. Okay. Okay, yes, team, let's go. I love this energy. Perfect. So, quick check, right? Now, let's talk about this real quick because I know some of you guys are thinking about it. How many of you guys are thinking something like, I'm not sure I want to sell my own product. Like, I know, okay, I went through it, but I'm a little bit scared. Or I'm not sure I actually have something to offer. Let me know in the chat, okay? Because if that's you, I want you to pay close attention, right? This applies to you if you don't have an audience yet, if you don't feel excited about like maybe creating your own thing that doesn't really excite you, and you prefer working behind the scenes. You don't want to show your face. You don't care about being in the spotlight. You want to just make money, basically, okay? So there is a clear path for you also inside the launches. So let's rewind a little bit, okay? At the beginning of this workshop, I said, right, there's millions of creators that have an audience today and they don't have a system. I probably know a million or two. They're all in my DMs, right? They're in my DMs and I can connect you guys. And many of them, they don't know how to build that system to launch properly, to have a proper launch system yet. So these creators, and by the way, these creators was me. I am these creators. Like, they are great at content and engagement. I love creating content. I love getting the engagement, right? They're good at growing their audience, going viral, but they are terrible at planning launches and structure offers. So they still need monetization. They don't want to be the talent and the strategist because it's just a lot of work. They just want to create. They don't want to do all the systems, all the tech work, or all the strategy, the launches, the behind the scenes. So this gap, because we have a lot of big creators that have a lot of followers, but they don't have the right launch systems, this gives a lot of you guys the real big opportunity. It's probably going to be one of the biggest businesses in 2026 that you guys are going to get to know it first, and you're going to see a lot of people that are going to be making millions of dollars from this opportunity. So if you're someone that you enjoy structure, right? You love a strategy, you love systems, you can always partner up with a creator that already has an audience, right? So what do? You don't need to show your face. You don't need to build your brand. You don't need to grow your following. You help them build the offer. You help them plan a launch, run the system. This whole role is a new, it's not new, it's just not talked about before. Every single big influencer that's actually making money with system has it. But this role is called growth partner. Growth partner. So what is a growth partner? I've never heard of this before. A growth operator or a partner is a person behind the scenes who help creators launch, make money, and scale month after month after month. So, okay, well, how do I do this? Well, you bring the system. You bring that launch system to them. They bring the audience, right? You build that launch strategy. They just show up and sell. They show their face. And you split the profit. This is not like a salary. You split the profit that they are making. You use the same launch system that we're going to be teaching you guys. Now, the difference is simple. Instead of applying it to yourself, you apply it to someone else that has the attention, but you still make money, right? So you focus on what you're good at. They focus when they're good, what they're good at. And both sides win because you guys both need each other. So let me show you what's actually possible on a real example, because this is nice, all hypothesis, very cute. Let's talk more real things. So this is Layla, right? She's very cute, right? So she's actually the mastermind behind all my launches. She is my partner and one of literally the people I work with every single day, my collaborator, right? So Layla has ran basically international launches across multiple languages and niches. She has basically, her total launch revenue that they have made over the years has been over $20 million. Now, I want that to sink in, right? You've never seen Layla on social media. You've never seen Layla talk anywhere, but Layla is literally the brain behind all my big launches, including this one. $20 million from running launches behind the scenes. So just to give you a sense of scale at like how she operates at right now, right? In the last month alone, Layla had basically led launches that made over $1.5 million. She bought herself a beautiful Porsche 911. But here's what I really want you guys to understand about Layla, right? Guys, she's not a celebrity. I don't think she has an Instagram, actually, or any really platform. She's not a trust fund kid. She's not someone that had any connections handed to her, or she got lucky, or she's so special. I mean, she is special to me. But Layla is just a mom of 2 boys, right? Look how beautiful the 2 boys are. She's originally from, of course, Azerbaijan. She's from Baku in specific. And just a few years ago, she was working a corporate job, and then she was actually pregnant. So she always had, of course, the big goals, the big ambitions. She wanted the big life. Like, she's a woman like us that wants the big life. But she was also very realistic, right? She could see that in her hometown and in the job that she had at time, there was always a ceiling on how much she could be making. And no matter how hard she worked, like, that's just hard to get there through just a regular job in her country. So when she was pregnant, bless her first child, right? Her actual employer asked her to leave because, of course, she was pregnant. And that moment almost broke her. And a lot of moms out here are gonna feel and understand what Layla went through. She was exhausted, she was scared, and suddenly that just made her question really everything: her career, her stability, her future that she wanted for her family. But that was also the moment that she understood and found launches and started working behind the scenes of big creators. That one single decision that literally changed her life because she was literally being let go. So launches basically allowed her to move from basically Azerbaijan to the US. She worked with the biggest names in the industry. And then last year, she actually relocated permanently to Dubai. She lives here with me. And she built beautiful life, beautiful home, beautiful kids, makes so much money. And she has really like her 2 boys in one of the prestigious international schools in Dubai that are like literally so expensive. I don't know if you guys know, but schools in Dubai are very expensive for kids. So you gotta look at how many kids you're gonna be having because it's really expensive, like very expensive. So now she's running a multi-million-dollar launches for some of the biggest names out there, and she makes 6 figures in commissions monthly. Hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly, right? With Thomas Carlo and me as well. So with one of her partners, Thomas Carlo, Layla went and generated over 10 million in launches just with him alone, right? Their first launch together brought in over $2 million because she was the brain. And that's important for one reason, because Thomas, before working with her, had never ran a proper launch system before. But Layla did. She understood it. She studied it. She knew that system, that launch system. So Layla built her dream life from scratch without ever showing her face. But she was always the brain behind my brand and Thomas as well. Now, Layla is part of my upcoming launch code program as well. And I have probably something very, very exciting planned for you guys tomorrow. When we go step by step through the launch system that I'm gonna be giving you guys, we're gonna be breaking down the 3 launch phases so you guys actually understand, okay, what a launch. We're gonna go deeper tomorrow. But Layla is gonna actually join us live, and she's gonna be talking to you guys so you guys can get also her perspective as someone working behind the scenes. So I'm the face of the brand. A lot of you guys that have brands, you're gonna be me. And then we also have someone that is working behind the scenes so you can see both sides of the sector, right? So she's gonna walk you through her journey in her own words, and you're gonna, of course, be able to ask her really anything. And that's not the only thing. On day 3, we have another guest speaker, someone also from my